Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm back with another chatty video for you guys. And this video, I've never done something like this before, but I feel like it needs to be spoken about more. I want to normalize the things that people think are normal to do as an 18 to 25-year-old. Also, if you want to know how I achieved this makeup look, make sure to go watch the video before this. This is a Kylie Jenner inspired look. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy watching that, but let's just get into this video and normalize not being the average 18 to 25-year-old. The first topic I want to talk about is partying and clubbing. I know there's a big thing around being 18 of legal age, going into parties, going into clubs, and it's okay if you're not like that. When I was 16, 17 years old, even younger than that, I always thought to myself that, yeah, I'm going to be the person that's going to be out clubbing, partying every weekend, because that's what was normal for me. Like, everyone in that age category was always out clubbing every single week. For me, that was the normal, that, oh yeah, I'm going to do that as well. However, I feel kind of blessed and lucky that lockdown happened after I turned 18, and I just never went to the club. I've probably been to the club a couple times, but even then I have had awful experiences, and that made me stand my ground and say, do you know what, I'm not gonna go. I don't like clubbing. I don't like staying out at night, partying and coming home at 4 o'clock and laying in bed when my head is spinning because I've been drinking all night, which is my second point, which I'll get into. So it's okay if you don't like partying. It's okay if you want to just stay at home, rot in bed, stay in bed and watch Netflix and do absolutely nothing. It's perfectly fine. Don't think only because you're in that age category of 18 to 25 and you're experiencing life, don't think you have to do all these things just to fit in. You don't have to do all these things just to fit in. You can be true to yourself and actually say, no, I don't want to do that, but you know, thanks for the invite. Me, I'd rather go to activities like candle making, pottery, or like to arcades and do experiences rather than waste my time going to clubs. Even bars, like I'll go to bars sometimes. I prefer bars over clubs if I had an option. Even then it's like, get me home to my house, in my bed, skincare, pajamas. That's a bit of me. Partying, on the other hand, I don't mind a party as long as it's a home party. I love being at home. I feel more safe and comfortable knowing that I'm at home or at my cousin's house or at some family's house having a party rather than with strangers. So I'm happy to go to house parties. And with my family, oh my god, my family parties, they will last till 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. That's just our normal. That's just how I've been brought up. Since I was younger, my family parties started around 9 and finished at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So to me, that is my normal. However, what I do is I take my skincare and pajamas. Like, I'll be the first person in the party. As soon as it hits like 1 o'clock, I go take my makeup off. I do my entire skincare and I put my pajamas on and I rejoin the party with a green tea, because that's just me. I've done that countless times. Like last year, there was loads of family parties and I was in pajamas, skincare done, and having green tea in each and every one of them. So for me, like, house parties are fine as long as they're with my family or my friends, but even then I'm a bit like, okay, it's time to get comfortable now after a certain point, only because my family parties just are crazy. The second topic I want to speak about is drinking. Now, there's this whole thing about drinking alcohol, and I feel like it's normalized quite a lot to drink alcohol as soon as you turn 18 or before you turn 18. Like, I'm gonna keep it real and I'm gonna be honest. I do not promote this, but I did drink alcohol before I was 18 years old. I feel like everyone does it, no one speaks about it, so I'm speaking about it. So if I'm going to get slaughtered in the comment section for speaking about it, so be it. I did drink when I wasn't allowed to, and I feel like now growing up, I don't drink as much anymore. And it's because I've learned that I used to drink for the wrong reasons. And that's the reason why I don't drink now. Because to me, alcohol is... I didn't think it would be like hard for me to talk about this. For me, alcohol is associated with like a bad time of my life, and it's associated for me to be depressed. And now that I'm not in that depressive zone, I don't drink. I will go out and I will get a mocktail. I realized that when I go out, get a meal and get an alcoholic drink, I don't like it. It ruins my food. Like the entire taste of my food just gets ruined. And it's okay, like if you drink alcohol, that's perfectly fine. I'm not saying that's a problem, because again, Indian Punjabi family, my family drink alcohol a lot, every single party. So it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. Like I will drink it here and there, but I'm not a heavy drinker, and I won't be drinking to the point where I'm drunk at every single occasion, because to me, getting drunk is associated with a bad past, and I've moved on and grown from that so much that if I wanted to, I could drink and get drunk, but I choose not to, just for my peace of mind. And another thing, anxiety is so bad. Like the next morning when your head is spinning and you don't know what's happening, you don't know what happened the night before, I don't want to experience that. I actually don't want to experience that. It's just like, I'm already an anxious person. Now put anxiety, like I'm hungover and anxious. No. The amount of scenarios I will actually create in my head of what probably happened, even though nothing even happened, will probably drain my entire brain, body, everything. So yeah, that's the reason I don't drink that much. But like I said, if you do, that's perfectly fine. Everything's on preference and finding yourself, and you know, not falling into the social norms that people basically normalize. Like everyone normalizes drinking alcohol, but you know, like I'm here to tell you it's okay if you don't want to drink alcohol. Like there's been countless times where everyone around me is drinking and I'm just there with a glass of Coke. And another thing, you can also have fun and be a vibe without drinking. It's okay. And this again is not me saying that I don't drink alcohol. I do when I want to and when I choose to, but there's a certain point I get to and then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to drink anymore. And I'm kind of glad I know my boundaries for it. The next thing I want people to realize and normalize is their careers. I'm 23. When I was 16, I didn't know what I was doing. When I was 18, I didn't know what I was doing. And now I'm 23 and I still don't know what I'm doing. This is your sign that it's okay to not know what you're doing. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to take time and find yourself. In the society we live in, there are so many people around us, especially like our age or even younger, a bit older, that know what they're doing and are going for it, and you're just kind of like in the middle, in the little confused grey area. And it's okay to be in that grey area. With so many influencers, like young influencers who are also millionaires, and all these TikToks about so many young entrepreneurs and millionaires, it's kind of hard to not want to match them, like match their energy and try build yourself up there as well at a young age. But I want you guys to know it's okay to not be there now. Like if you're not there now, you might be there when you're 30, you might be there when you're 40. Whatever you do, you have to start the process of it and eventually you'll get there. Seeing all these young influencers, probably my age, 23, 24, 25, and they're out here buying their Chanel bags, making their own houses, buying expensive cars, moving countries, and you're not there yet. You're not at that stage yet. And I sometimes do evaluate my entire life and have a midlife crisis because of that. The only person I'm in this race with is myself, and the only person I need to make proud is myself. So rather than compete against these people that have been working hard, remember these people didn't come here out of nowhere. They have been working hard for years. We're just at the beginning of our race, and eventually we'll get to the finish line at the end where we will be rewarded for our hard work. So it's okay if you haven't found the perfect career yet. It's okay to take your time with it. If you're feeling behind schedule, you're not behind schedule. Everything is due in God's timing, not your timing, and everything will happen for you in correct timing. Also, it's okay to be confused in life on what you want to do. If you don't know what career you want to do, it's fine. Neither do I. I'm just out here going with the flow and taking it day by day. Sometimes, I can't lie to you, the anxiety and depression gets a bit too much because I'm just there like, I'm 23, people around me are doing X, Y, and Z. When is it my turn? But in all due timing, it will be my turn, and I'm sure that God has something truly, truly amazing planned and lined up for me. And my final point, which I think should be so normalized, is finding yourself first. Throughout your entire life, you're going to learn so many things about yourself. And even though you think you know yourself now, in 10 years time, you're going to be a completely different person. And there's so much more you're going to learn about yourself. Going back to the careers topic, if you don't know what you want to do with your life at the moment, then find yourself before finding out what career you want to do. Find out what hobbies you have. Find out what your boundaries are. Find out what you like, what you dislike, your style, your fashion sense, what makeup you like to do. There's so much in life that you have to learn about yourself, and I'm still learning about myself at 23. From when I was 18 to now 23, I'm such a completely different person, and I couldn't be more proud of myself. The growth is actually crazy. If 18-year-old me knew I was going to be talking on YouTube like this, she would be like, no, I don't think so. Even though she wanted to do this, she'd be like, no, I don't think so. And now I feel so confident and comfortable talking to a camera and creating videos and talking to you guys and sharing my experiences and what I think should be the norm in society, even though it's so controversial to talk about these things, but here I am talking about it. Before putting yourself out in the world, you should set your boundaries on what you like, what you don't like. So then when you do get out into the real world, you can stand your ground. I feel like that's what I'm doing at the moment. Like, before putting myself out there in the real world, I'm learning a lot about myself and setting my boundaries, knowing that if something affects my mental health, I can walk away, and it's okay to walk away. Not everything is about a company or a job. Sometimes you have to put yourself forward and think, is this the right thing for me, or is this not the right thing for me? If something is draining you mentally, it's better that you walk away rather than stay there. You should listen to yourself and just take the step of walking away. Remember that in this world, you are your biggest cheerleader. You are your biggest supporter. You are the only person that can make things happen. So if you want something, go for it. If you want to start creating content, go for it. If you want to start a business, do it. If you want to start a company, do it. Because if you're not going to do it now, you're just going to procrastinate, and before you know it, you're in your 50s and you're wondering, what if I've done this? I wonder what it would be like. The only reason I started social media properly is because I saw a quote and it said something like, you don't want to be 50 and think, what if I started this? At least you tried, rather than giving up before you even tried. So don't settle for less. Stand your ground. Be unapologetically yourself. I keep seeing this quote on TikTok. It's like, fill your own cup and let people fall in love with the overflow. So that's my little video on what we should normalize in society, because us 18 to 25-year-olds have a lot of pressure on ourselves to have it all put together, when in reality it's okay, because we're learning every single day, every single year. We're learning, and eventually we'll get there. Even in our 50s, we're going to be learning. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.